My name is Kelly Swanson. I'm currently the director of the Division of Nutritional Sciences at the University of Illinois. In addition to being the director, I'm a professor in the Department of Animal Sciences, and I maintain a research laboratory with 10 to 12 different graduate students and several undergraduate students. Growing up on a farm, having an interest in being a veterinarian, at some point I really was looking for, as an undergraduate, training to get me to vet school. I really was looking for an animal science program, and that's how I got to North Dakota State. A strong program, something that I was still looking for, something that's close to home, and also a university that has a lot of the resources available. NDSU provided me with many lessons or skills. I think from a curriculum perspective, how that translated to my current position in my career, those nutrition courses provided me with a nice foundation to work from. Even today, I think of the mentoring that I was provided. And here at Illinois, again, we're a large university, but when we get into our courses, I had some similar mentors here where I think that personal relationship, certainly at NDSU, something I try to keep in even in my own position.
You know, I first met Kelly Swanson, I think, when he enrolled in my 323 class, which is Fundamentals of Nutrition. And right off the bat, Kelly was somebody who asked questions, somebody who liked being challenged, and somebody who was fun to have in the class. He trains lots of graduate students and is known nationally and internationally. And part of that core is that intellectual, scientific curiosity that makes him want to know why. And what should we know, and how do we figure that out?
In the past year, I established a travel scholarship for graduate students in animal sciences at NDSU to go to different scientific conferences. And so I think the COVID shutdown highlighted it in an extraordinary way, how important in-person communication is, presenting your work. If you're a graduate student, to get up on the stage, present your work to the crowd of experts, to network with other people in the field, other experts around the world, and actually then sit in the crowd and watch them present their work that's the newest and latest and greatest research that's being done. We have a program like that here where we have at Illinois, and I thought I've benefited from that. My students have. I guess I wanted to set something up like that for NDSU students as well, that I'm sure a lot of them I see them at conferences, but sometimes you're at a point, whether it's the student themselves or the laboratory that they're a part of, that the financial restrictions just don't allow people to travel. So I'm hopeful that those scholarships will help them do that. And then I'm hoping, I guess, from a personal side, I can meet some of those people that have benefited from that.
When I learned that Kelly was going to establish this travel scholarship, I was just both stunned and delighted. Alumni like Kelly investing back into students is impactful to NDSU.
As I'm being recognized, there's others and several people at NDSU that I'd like to recognize as well. Greg Lardy, certainly, who nominated me for this award. Bert Moore, Joel Caton, and Mark Bauer, who were really increased my interest in nutrition and really were supportive in that way.
The scholarships he's setting up are important, but the maintaining the connectivity and the example of somebody of his stature nationally and internationally, investing back, sets an incredible example for the current generation and the next generation that he's mentoring.
The more you learn, sometimes then there's more questions to answer. My lab and other people, we're trying to improve the health, the nutritional status and the health of pets, of people. And you can answer certain questions, but there's always more questions to answer. That's really why I like research, because there's always something new, something to try to identify and new things to learn constantly.